When your iPhone shows the alert, charging not available, liquid has been detected in the lightning connector. It means the device's internal moisture detection system has identified the presence of water, liquid, or excessive humidity inside the charging port and has automatically disabled charging to protect the phone's internal components. This warning is not necessarily a sign of serious damage, and it does not always mean the phone was dropped into water. In many cases, it can be triggered by everyday situations such as light rain exposure, keeping the phone in a sweaty pocket, using it in a bathroom filled with steam from a hot shower, living in a humid environment, or even plugging in a slightly damp charging cable. Modern iPhones are designed with advanced safety mechanisms that monitor electrical connections, and if moisture is detected, the system immediately blocks power flow to prevent short circuits, corrosion of metal contacts, battery damage, or motherboard failure. Essentially, your iPhone is protecting itself from potentially expensive internal damage. When this message appears, the first and most important step is to unplug the charging cable immediately and avoid trying to force the phone to charge. You may see an option called Emergency Override, which allows you to continue charging despite the warning. However, this option should only be used in a real emergency when the battery is critically low, because charging when moisture is present can increase the risk of internal component damage. For most situations, patience is the safest solution. Place the phone in a dry, well-ventilated area with the charging port facing downward, so gravity can help any trapped liquid escape. You can gently tap the device against your palm to dislodge small droplets, but avoid shaking it aggressively. Do not use a hairdryer, heater, microwave, or any direct heat source, as excessive heat can warp internal components and cause further damage. Also, do not insert tissues, cotton swabs, metal pins, or sharp objects into the charging port, because the internal connector pins are delicate and can be bent or broken easily. Although many people suggest placing the phone in rice, this method is not officially recommended, as rice dust or small particles can enter the port and create additional problems. Allow the device to air dry for several hours, depending on how much moisture is present. After sufficient drying time, try charging again using a clean, completely dry cable and adapter. If the warning disappears and charging resumes normally, then the issue was temporary and successfully resolved. However, if the message continues to appear even after proper drying, you should try a different charging cable or power adapter to rule out the possibility of a faulty or damp accessory. If the problem still persists, visiting an authorized service center is the safest option to ensure that no internal corrosion or hardware damage has occurred. Overall, this alert is a protective feature rather than a defect, and in most cases, the phone will function normally once the moisture has fully evaporated. Acting calmly, avoiding risky shortcuts, and allowing proper drying time are the keys to preventing permanent damage and keeping your iPhone safe.